Okay, continue where we left off. So, one thing I gotta, you know, since I had to end it up there because I didn't know I talked too much, I had to start at the, stop at the end of where the video would not take too much. So, what it says in the description is that Daniel doesn't want any business with the Fury Demon, prefers to stay in comfort in heaven. But Hemira tells Naniel that there's nothing to worry about as she is immortal. Sure, it's just about that. I mean, what if Malmo doesn't care about that because he's technically a pervert? I mean, seriously, he has the hots for a 10-year-old that's Clementine. What makes you think he's not gonna go all Herbert the pervert on that little angel? Well, hello, little angel girl. Like that. Also, one thing I had to point out is that, you know how I try to, when I thought it was like a log or something like that, the fire, oops, sorry. Just thought I'd go there. Where I try to figure out that log right there. Turns out it's not a log, I wasn't sure what it is, so thanks to Mira Florton, who told me in this details right here, is that Malmoth only mentions being born from a serpent's bed in the original series according to French Wikipedia, so he really doesn't have a true origin. I see. So the only thing he remembers is being born from a serpent's bed with an unknown origin. Unless we make that canon that he was a part of the fire that Prometheus brought down to the people. A piece of fire that survived from that eagle and step on it, destroying it. All that, Just thought it'd be interesting if it was canon to Clementine's story, even though it's villain war related, but what can you do? Although, even though Zoya's multifilm is now its own thing as, well, let me read in the description again. That he did say is that also the footage of Prometheus used here is technically the first time ever Villain War used a Zoya's multifilm source that wasn't Snow Queen. This was few years before Darth Rolik started making the Villains War. Well, I kinda got that. So, now that Zoya's multifilm is now completely its own thing, maybe have another version of Prometheus to represent the backstory of Prometheus. Maybe for even worse Heroes and Villains War ever, where he comes out of that mountain where he's, rescued by Hercules from the mighty Hercules. It's an old TV show that's obscure, and it has kind of the same style of animation, like from Hanna-Barbera. Well, not just from Hanna-Barbera, but also of Felix the Cat animation style or the Rocky and Bullwinkle animation style. So it kind of has a similar animation style to that. I'm just saying, so maybe that'd be a good idea for even worse Heroes and Villains War ever. Hercules coming to rescue Prometheus from that mountain he's chained up where he gets his liver eaten by a hawk. So the head angel gives her no excuses, but just to send her to Earth with Raiden and Hemira with her. And then we see Akiro has called in. No, wait, that's Knight. Knight has called in Akiro. Yeah, that Akiro. I don't know how I got the names mixed up. So, yeah, he's a member of the nudist beach film Kill la Kill. And he's wondering why he's calling him in the office. And Knight tells him about. Hold on. Replies that the organization he works for, Battle Temple, has made an alliance with Rig Fox Corporation. Akiro is baffled by this, just as much as the news about the missing kids during the field trip. But Knight tells him that Akiro has nothing to worry about since he's sure that they'll be found. Well, at least we know that they might be okay with, since RoboCop and Rambo are taking care of them. Okay, now for the first fight, we get Street Fighters versus Anarchus. Is it Anarchus? Anarchus. Close enough. So Esther, the leader of the Street Fighters, is Still concerned about the missing. Hold on. Still worried about the containing absence of Gil, who is missing, and it's bringing the organization's competency down. And he wants to make June Lee to be the temporary leader until Gil is found. So June Lee is just not sure about this, and although I did look up that I did look up on the Street Fighter wiki just to know of him, so he's only made up for the TV show. Yeah. I never played Street Fighter, and I never actually seen the cartoon. All I did was look up on the Street Fighter wiki, and turns out he's only an original character made up for the cartoon show. So Esther says to June Lee that he has no choice since a pyramid is in a nearby city. Wait, what? As a pyramid has erupted in a nearby city belonging to Bison's ally in the pyramid, which is the Darkstalker Anarchirus, who is receiving a powerful gem from Shadow Warriors, which will help him rule Egypt again like he did a long time ago. Ew. So then June Lee breaks in along with hold on, who is he? Along with Blanka, kickstarting a fight against Sickle and Trigger Happy. Weird names. So, it's been a long time since I've seen the video bio about Anarchirus. Hey, I probably got the name right. And even though I never played Street Fighters and I never played Darkstalkers, I've seen the review of the Darkstalker cartoon, so it's not really good. And the only thing I know is that there's one thing that both Darkstalkers and Street Fighter have in common. Is that both are fighting games, and both have the top tier waifus. Which is of course June Lee and Morrigan Ansland. Of course. The internet is just full of perverts. Not trying to make fun of people who are, that are attracted to them, in a fictional crush, not in a woohoo like that. Splashing them with water. So, yeah, technically June Lee is like one of those waifu lists, like the people who would have a crush on, sort of thing. Ooh. I should probably look back on the videos of the, Darkstalker's character bio. It's been a long time since I've watched it. Oh, now he's getting a whole bunch of triple billion butt kicks from that dude. Anarchus, Anarchirus. Looks like he's in the ocean. Well, drowning in the water. So, June Lee has got the jewel, and Street Fighters wins. And now for the... Hold on. This was a difficult one, because when I tried to commentate this one, it got me a copyright claim. Just to be safe. So, the next fight is the Tenkai Knights versus Scratch and Eggplant Wizard. What happens to Grounder? Meh. So, Gorin, Silen, Chuki, and Tokus arrive to Korton, where the Kurikai guards welcome the heroes. While they're being spied on by Velia's new acquisitions, Scratch and Eggplant Wizard of Videoland. Well, Scratch is shocked to hear the voice of kids coming out of the supposed legendary Tenkai Knights. Oh, let's get this going. So, yeah, when I first saw the transformation, their pieces kind of look like Legos. Is that what it is? They kind of look like Legos.
That's right. We're here to fight the corrupt.
They look... seriously, the Tenkai Knights kind of look like Legos. Can someone leave a comment down below that let me know, maybe leave a comment. Am I the only one who thinks that they kind of look like Legos? Or do other people also think that? They kind of look like Legos. So when I get to look at the Tenkai Knights, now I get that they're from Tenkai Knights. I keep forgetting where they're from because I'm just not too familiar with these characters that much. So I'm getting to know that they're from Tenkai Knights. So I don't think I ever heard of Tenkai Knights. I never seen the show. Although I'm kind of doubtful I'd be watching it because it looks like it's an anime made for like little kids. Well, then again, the only anime for kids I do watch are like Digimon, which in my opinion is a better story, better written character development, better villains, and better good messages than the Pokemon anime. I'm sorry to any Pokemon fans, that's just my opinion. Digimon does much better character development, better story, and better written villains than Pokemon does. Unless I got that mixed up. Let me try this again to make sure. Digimon has a better written story, better character development, and better written villains. That's just it. And a really good plot than Pokemon. So, along with there's Yu-Gi-Oh!, which I got to watch that because of the non-Disney Villains tournament, of course. My brother is a fan of that. And there's also, well, Doraemon, which is iconic, of course, but is a harmful anime. And the other ones I like, The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. I have seen that, even though it's a really controversial cartoon. What I mean by that is that it's kind of a mixed. Some people hate The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Probably like how the Teen Titans fans always keep on hating Teen Titans Go sort of thing. While the others, people who do like this cartoon, to me, I'm just not its audience. I think the only time I would like it if it's a YouTube poop. I love YouTube poops. And I never got to watch Captain N. I've only seen the review of it from Nostalgia Critic, and it looks laughably bad. Like, it's so bad, it's good kind of cartoon. That's just me right there. And yeah, even though Sonic X and hold on. Oh, so the Tenkai Knights win, so I'll save that one. Okay, now for the next fight. So Shobu Kirifuda versus Dr. Mikado. So Shobu has got back his motivation to challenge Skullmaster for a rematch. Really? Good for you, dude. And also good luck, again. But of course he's nowhere to be found, but instead he's found... So Chris Thorndyke has noticed this mad scientist, Dr. Mikado, who wants to use the, who's looking to collect mana from Kaijudo cards. Kaijudo. That's the anime that Shobu is from, right? Kaijudo. Man, I need to rewatch. I need to recheck the commentary. To feel his combined Bomberman making machine. Really need these cards for that? So Shobu said, yeah, I'll accept the challenge to fight you. Okay. I just never seen both of them are from. Also, it kind of does look similar to Yu-Gi-Oh! In my opinion. What I mean is that he has cards that can, put them down, summons a certain monster or a thing, and it goes into a battle. It's kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh! In a sense. So, what is Kaijudo cards is basically the worst equivalent to Yu-Gi-Oh? I'm just asking. Although I am kind of doubtful that Yu-Gi-Oh! Would be used since that one, it's too iconic, and two, it was a non-Disney Villains tournament, so I know this series is supposed to be used for characters that have not been used in any of the tournaments. That's all I know. And even though there's Sonic X and The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog in there, and others, actually I didn't think I'd be talking that much either, that long, so see you guys in the next part of this commentary.